Morning, boys and girls, and welcome to Monday. I hope that you all had a fantastic weekend, and I'm sure you're all starting to get excited that there's only 3 days left of the term. I'm very excited about this morning's message because it involves four of my favorite things. It involves one of my favorite poems, it involves one of my favorite people, it involves one of my favorite songs, and one of my favorite messages. But I'm going to start off with the poem. And this is a poem I'm sure all of you have heard before, but it's worth listening to again because it is just so beautiful, and the message that it carries is one that is extremely powerful and worth hearing again, especially during this time. So one night I dreamed a dream. I dreamed I was walking along the beach with my Lord. Across the dark sky flashed scenes from my life. For each scene I noticed two sets of footprints in the sand, one belonging to me and one to my Lord. After the last scene of my life flashed before me, I looked back at the footprints in the sand. I noticed that at many times along the path of my life, especially at the very lowest and saddest times, there was only one set of footprints. This really troubled me, so I asked the Lord about it. Lord, you said once I decided to follow you, you'd walk with me all the way. But I noticed that during the saddest and most troublesome times of my life, there was only one set of footprints. I don't understand why. When I needed you the most, you would leave me. He whispered, "My precious child, I love you and will never leave you, never ever during the trials and testings. When you saw only one set of footprints, it was then that I carried you." So I want us to remember that poem because I'm going to come back to it just now. But for now, I want to move on to one of my favorite people. And not only is he one of South Africa's most talented and top performing artists and songwriters, but he's also just a very, very good guy. And here is Daniel Barron, who has something very special he would like to share with you this morning.
Is this thing on? Oh, there we go. Hi, I'm Daniel Barron. I am a singer, a songwriter, and a music producer. I also happen to be a past pupil at a great school by the name of De La Salle Holy Cross College. And just the other day, one of the coolest principals I know, Mr. Berndsen, gave me a call and asked if I would send you a little message. So here I am. Let me start with telling you where I am. I'm currently at home in my home studio, and this is where I make my music. That's where I write and record my songs, and I also record and produce other singers and musicians in this very room. Let me show you. It's not much to show you, but I'll show you this really cool microphone. This is where all the singers record their voices. He recorded here as well. No, just joking. That's me, and that was me on a stage playing drums. That was when I performed at FNB Stadium at Soccer City, and that was when I tried to jump into a crowd of people. No, just joking, just jumping on a stage at a music festival. And so this is where I spend my most of my time working, and I make a living here from my studio space. And right now I must say it's a very uncertain time for myself and for the world and for all of you, I can imagine, as well. And I'm a live performer as well, so all my shows have been cancelled, and it's quite a hectic thought that we don't know when this is going to be over. But in that same sentence, we've got to continue staying at home and contributing to possibly saving a lot of people's lives, and that's the best thing to do right now. And so that brings me to the main reason for this little video. About 2 years ago, I wrote a song, and this song is one of the most special songs to me. It's a song about faith, and a song about having faith in God no matter what you are going through. And this particular song took me quite a long time to finish, because it was very close to my heart, and I wanted to make it so perfect, and it is finally done. And I can't wait for you to listen to it. But before you listen to it, I want you to think of something, and keep this in mind and remember this, especially now that we are going through these uncertain, hectic times as a planet and as a country. Basically, no matter what we are going through, we've always got access to one thing, one very important thing. And what is that? That is prayer. And that is a direct line to our precious Savior, Jesus Christ, our God. And that is so amazing to know that even if we're going through a time like this where we're stuck at home and we don't know when we're going to go back to school or when we're going to go back to work or what's going to happen in our lives, we can just be 100% certain that God will be with us through these times, and everything will be okay. And I can hear my little son crying there, and I might have to go and see what's happening there, but I'm sure my wife's got taking care of him there. So just like a little baby trusts his parents, his or her parents, to take care of them no matter what, and they've got no doubt that their parents will always take care of them, we can trust in God, because he's got us, and he's holding our hands no matter where we are, no matter what we're going through. He's holding our hands, and he's holding us closely, and he's holding us up, and he's walking with us wherever we go. And I want you to remember that always. And yeah, so I wrote that song, and I released it, and a number of radio stations are playing it. But go and have a listen to the song, and close your eyes and just know that God is with us throughout, and to stay positive always, and use this time to work and to further your minds, and to continue doing the schoolwork that you have access to do, and continue that, and then continue to spend quality time with your parents and your siblings and your families at home, of course. And enjoy this time as well, and do a lot of praying for our world. Our world needs prayer. Our leaders, our doctors, everyone that's working at the hospitals, our elderly, our grandparents, and everyone that's suffering with their health at the moment. We just pray for them now. And I'll be praying for you as well. And just remember that everything's going to be okay. And we can look forward to, hopefully soon, I'll come and visit you at school when you guys are back, and I'll play you a couple of songs there. Sending you lots of love, and God bless you all.
We're going to hold Daniel to it. When we are back at school and things have settled down a bit, we'll make sure that he comes and sings, "I Will Walk With You," for us. But what Daniel is saying is important. What he has written about in that song is very similar to what is said in that poem that I read out earlier. Especially now when we are away from each other and things feel a little bit strange and a little bit uncomfortable with what's going on in the world, it's important that we remember that God is with us, and he is walking with us, and hopefully we are walking with him. And that's what will see us through. So I've attached a link so that you can listen to that song, "I'll Walk With You," one of my favorite Christian songs by Daniel Berndsen. Download it, get your family and friends to listen to it, and I hope that you're going to play it a lot in the next few days and long into the holidays. Take the time to listen to the words, listen to the message, because God is walking with us. We know that it's a very special week, and I hope your palm crosses are up around your houses, and I hope, more importantly, that you'll take the time to acknowledge Lent, and that you will enjoy this very special time on the Christian calendar with your families. Have a fantastic Monday. God bless.